Good morning, everybody, and happy Sunday. I was going through all my videos. I realized that this is episode 24 of Superfood Sunday, and I still have like a plethora of videos to do on this for every week. So, thank you for joining me, whether it's live or after the fact. Today, I'm going to talk about another berry that's a superfood. It seems to be a trend that many of the berries that we eat or we know about are actually superfoods because of their antioxidants. So I put it in the description, but it's a little bright, isn't it? But I was trying to figure out how to say it, so I apologize if I missay it several times because I know it's going to happen at least once. But it's called I wrote it down phonetically for myself, right? Um, ah, acai, the acai berry. And I was looking at the word going, it looks like acai. Is it acai, acai? Yeah, totally wrong. I was totally off with that. It's pretty cool what this berry does. It's pretty similar to some other berries that we've known. It looks very much like a blueberry, but it's a grape-like fruit, and it comes from South America. And they come from a palm tree. I didn't know that acai, there was a palm tree that had a berry on it. I knew there was bananas and coconuts and dates, but yeah, I had no clue. So learning something new every day. So they're very deep purple in color, so kind of like a blueberry. And the seed is actually 80% of the fruit. And the taste, people have described the taste as like a blend of chocolate and berries with kind of a metallic aftertaste. And they've been called a superfood. So that's why I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. So, first off, things like I know with our older parents and grandparents and such, there's still a trend of the Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease, and we know that there's no cure to that stuff, but the antioxidants and the anti-inflammatory compounds can actually lower this disease risk, and lower the risk of the disease. And because of that, the acai berry is one that has a lot of those antioxidants that can help with that. And then prior superfood Sundays that I talked about the blueberries and goji berries too. So all those together, if have all that together, imagine the effects that you could have. So one of the big benefits for the acai is the heart health. So it can actually, there's been a couple studies that have been shown that if you have a regular consumption of it, it can actually reduce the risk of a heart attack. There's a lot of fiber in it, and that fiber intake reduces your LDL cholesterol, which is your bad cholesterol. And so because of that, that can actually help with your heart, as well as maybe a bonus benefit, help with losing weight. So there's a lot of anti-cancerous properties in this berry. Um, it can induce cancer cell death. Of course, I talked about the anti-inflammatory effects, and a lot of the times when we as humans go out and we eat all that good tasting food, the high sugar, the high sodium, the high fat foods that are out there that are so delicious, right? We can actually cause some damage internally in our gut and cause a lot of inflammation. So when you drink or eat these superfoods, they can help reduce that inflammatory crap that's going on. When your body is angry, I guess when I think of the word inflammatory, I think of angry. When your body's kind of angry in that sense, it's not going to want to work with you. So no matter if you're exercising, or if you have just a salad that day, but then the rest of your day is filled with high fat, high sugar, high sodium stuff, high artificial flavors and that type of thing, your body is not going to react properly. Versus if you fuel it with really good stuff and with anti-inflammatory things such as the acai berry, then your body will be able to react better if you just splurge every once in a while to have something like that. The acai can actually inhibit some of the beginning of the formation of tumors and prevent cancer cell invasion. And these things have been observed in multiple animal and cultural studies. So, as far as athletes go, I think if we all work out, we're all athletes. And even those of you who maybe are boxers, football players, baseball players, your children, those are for athletes, right? So when they did a study where they consumed acai berry juice for 6 weeks, and it was actually linked to help with exercise-induced muscle injury. So that can help you with that. As far as nutrition goes, if you have a 3-gram teaspoon of the acai berry powder, it only has 20 calories. There's 0 grams of protein, so it's definitely not a good protein source. It's 1.5 grams of total fat, 1 gram of carbohydrate, 1 gram of fiber, and 6 milligrams of calcium. They're very rich in fatty acids. And like I said, they contain very little protein, so you can't use that as a protein source. But it has more antioxidants than any other commonly eaten berries. So, and anyways, just some quick tips before I go. How do you eat these? So you can buy them dried, frozen. You can buy them in juice, a powder, food products, tablet form. I have acai berry in my superfood drink every day. So you can purchase juices and smoothies with acai as an ingredient. So that's one way to get that in. You can use frozen acai puree to make acai bowls. And then you can add the powder to oat cereal or homemade granola bars. So one thing I want to caution everybody with, because where can you find them? You can purchase them online, and we all like Amazon, right? But please remember that acai supplements are poorly regulated and may not contain those marked ingredients or concentration strength. So we have to be careful when we purchase stuff online for things like that. The food sources of nutrients are always the best option. If you know directly where it's coming from, like with what I take with the acai berry, I know exactly where it comes from. They go directly to the source to get it. So anyways, just be careful with that. And as always, before I go, I always like to say this, always check with your doctor before you try something new, even if it's a superfood or any other type of food that I'm talking about. I know everybody is different with their health, especially with pregnant women. We want to protect those babies. And I'm not saying that it's harmful, but I'm not going to say that it's helpful either. So please talk to your doctor. Anyways, I'm going to upload this to my YouTube channel. Please find me on there. I have tons of videos, not just Superfood Sunday. And you can find me at April Miller Coaching on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Bye.